Yeah. Yeah.
They should take it to 10.
Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Go. Fire.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah. General West. Yep.
Come on, God, 55. Better bring it. Let's go.
On second down now, Swift. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Lawrence. This goes to Barber, the running back. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
218, jump.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now.
Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Set. 70, Indy. Greystone, travel.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check. Quick the edge. Come. Check 50. Watch the edge.
From the gun, Lawrence. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready to break.
We got four.
Hey, orbit. Stop.
On 3rd down, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Swift. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st down, Swift. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Smooth.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. Hey, Zoo.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Shit.
2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. He wants it all for the end zone.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A carry for Barber. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
60 outlaw.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
61, matchbox, light.
On 2nd down, Barber. Oh, Barber loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, it's Holmes. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
70 Indies.
They'll run on 1st down. Holmes. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only get...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Lawrence throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
I'm going back to you. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
On 3rd down, Lawrence connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 33 yards that time.
Ready. 30 base. Recon, 132 fighter. Look at me. Zipper. Ready.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Lawrence flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be second and goal. Now a give, right side. Swift, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
You got 4.
Hey, Charlie.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Throwing on first down. Daniels. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 3-yard pickup.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Ready to break. Blue draw Corpus.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. He may try and run for this. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. On first down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Steelers' 46-yard line.
You ready?
Fight 51. Mike,
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Yep.
wide motion.
BigStriver.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. On first and 10, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check.
Fire.
To throw again, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. Chad Williams, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
the set.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Holmes. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Greystone, travel. Ready?
To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw. Daniels, that's caught at the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Holmes looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Smooth.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Lawrence going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw. Lawrence looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First down at the 43-yard line.
He's crashing.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chad Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear it. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out on the... And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to air one out. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the...
And now here's another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. A nice little juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Set, ready, 8, read.
4 down, 4 down.
Shoot.
On 1st down, Holmes. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Totally with the run, at least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Holmes. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Okay, ready?
46 to Mike. No chance.
Now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Daniels. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. They're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
Meaning credentials.
best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about, space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot,
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
Simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert.
Upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it